Good morning, everyone, and a sunny welcome to my next video on this Tuesday. As promised, I prepared some more tips and free videos for you regarding how to react in Corona times. Today, I have 7 tips for self-employed on how to save money in Corona times. I've realized and talked with many colleagues out there, also coaches, trainers, self-employed, solopreneurs who are really in trouble right now. As you know, self-employed don't have a big safety net, and like myself, I'm one of them, and I want to give you some tips and share it with you what worked for me and what I'm thinking and working on. And if you have more tips on that, please feel free to give also your advice under this video. All the colleagues will be will be happy to get more input on that. So number 1 is finalize your latest invoices and get your money ASAP. You've worked in the last month maybe for customers, and now you have some money you still need to get. So do that as soon as possible. Why? It's not because they maybe don't want to pay you, but maybe they're in big money trouble themselves and have to cut money wherever they can to survive. So, and of course the external partners and the external invoices will be the first to cut. So make sure you get it soon. Number 2, save and reduce your fixed cost. As an economical person with an economical background, I'm happy to have some understanding on this. So the fixed cost is the biggest troublemaker that might kill you in this situation. So make sure the biggest fixed cost blocks are reduced or even cancelled. What can that be? So if you have an office, for example, you pay monthly rent for an office, maybe think, do you really need this office for right now? If you have employees on remote, they're not working there anymore. Maybe you can pause it. You have to talk to the landlord to find an agreement. If you are self-employed like myself, you can cancel it. You don't need this. Or if you need this, you can opt for an on-demand version. There's so many co-working spaces. You can just book it for this occasion. You might need it and not for the whole month. This is saving a lot of money for you. And please also call your private landlord. If you live in an apartment, maybe they're also willing to reduce the rent for some time. State has also promised to give some security here, give some security program for private rents, but it's not finalized yet, so we will see what comes up next. And of course, if I hear that, I will keep you posted on as well. We all pay health insurance, and we are maybe happy to reduce our monthly expenses here. So I was calling my health insurance company, and they were really happy to adjust it. So you can say the expected income will be this and that, or even nothing right now. So they can reduce it to the minimum monthly payment. So this really will help you to stay liquid. You can do the same thing with the German federal pension fund, Deutsche Rentenversicherung, if you've paid in already. So as you know, it's all adjusted to the income, to the actual income you have. You might also call them and say, please adjust, I have no income or a little income. So you will not have this fixed cost on a monthly base anymore. Same with energy providers. You have monthly anticipated payments, which is also part of a fixed cost. Maybe you can call them and they will reduce this monthly prepayment. Be careful here. Reducing the prepayment does not mean you don't have to pay it. You will have to pay it because it is consumption based. So in the end of the year, if you used up the energy, you will have to pay it. So make sure if you reduce it now and it gives you liquidity now, but make sure in the end you have to save it and pay it, stay liquid in the end of the year when they will ask for it. Right, so in general, just look what expenses do you really need right now, which are really essential to survive. Maybe you have some memberships you don't really need right now, or you can cancel or maybe pausing it. Or if you have considered some big expenses or investments in your business, maybe you can postpone it to a later date. This would be some option you can also think about. Then I have some more options. Just a moment, I have to get it back. Okay, number 3. If you have employees, please also ask them to consume their overtime if they have it. They can consume the overtime hours that they saved up already, and they will have days off instead. Or you can ask them to go on holiday, on a paid holiday, or even not paid. There are different options. I will put more information on the link here, please. This is a legal thing we have to take care, so follow the procedures on the legal point. Or you can also let them do minus hours for a certain time. There's of course some frames and restrictions, so follow the procedures on the link I will put there. Number 4, you can apply yourself for Arbeitslosengeld, either 1 or 2, it depends. If you have been a founder or if you decided to become your own self-employed in the last 4 years, you might have done a normal corporate business job before and paid in. You might apply and might have a rest deposit on Arbeitslosengeld. So it might also apply to you to get some Arbeitslosengeld if you meet the criteria. So I did that yesterday for myself and it was working. Lines are very busy. You have to call your local authority, Arbeitsagentur für Arbeit. So at least you could ensure your basic living expenses on that. It depends on your situation. If you've paid in a freiwillige Arbeitslosenversicherung, you are maybe obliged to use it up now. So if you've done that, now is the time to get paid and use that Arbeitslosenversicherung. Then there are announced some state corona help programs also for solopreneurs just yesterday, and the most important part is there will be 9,000 euro for 3 months, single payment in advance and no payback for all of you who are self-employed and have up to 5 employees. If you have more employees, up to 10 employees, you are obliged to have 15,000 euro single payment for 3 months, no payback. They just announced it. They don't say yet how to apply, but I will for sure keep you posted if the addresses are out there. It's good to have that. However, lines will probably be very busy, so don't rely only on that. Do also react already now on different levels. So do many things at the same time. Save money on other parts as well. It might take a lot of time till you really get the money. So make sure you will be liquid and you can survive up to then. Okay, so yes, and to the package, the state has promised about 40 billion euros just to help these single solopreneurs, small and medium-sized companies. So 10 billion out of that will be for the solopreneurs, as I said right now. For the rest of the 30 billion euros, there will be a loan. That means you will be paid, you get a loan, but there will be a check on neediness later. So we'll get the money on the now without a big check, but later on they might check the criteria which are not out yet there, and a loan means you have to pay it back. The first version is for free, you can keep the money, there's no payback. The second one, the loan, that means you have to pay it back. So also take care in your calculations to have some money later on, which they will ask for. Okay, so this is the number 6. And number 7, finally, step number 7 is please align locally with co-workers, with colleagues. Even if you're a solopreneur, there's many others like you who are just trying to fight for themselves. It's maybe easier if we connect and if we help each other. Like I said, share good advice. If you have more info about that, share it with your networks. Now it's the time to not think of competition. Now it's the time to actually even work together and use synergy effects. So whenever you have bigger things to do, maybe you can share costs or you can have a project together. I received call outs from colleagues. They're saying, please help, I don't know how to survive. Now, if you're a coach and a trainer, it's about us now to really stick together and show and really prove and what we really learned and lead by example. So do that self and apply it yourself. Or do what you talk, basically. I'm trying to do that myself, and I hope I gave you some good advice which you can use. If you have more questions, if you have more tips, please write me. Please, contact me anytime. And I will keep on doing videos. I'm staying positive, and I wish you can do. We will all find a way. So have a good Tuesday and see you next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.